Welcome back to MyGM 2K25. I am your host, attackslug. It is the go-home show, and my biggest rival, Adam Pearce, continues to be a thorn in my side of the downward decline of WCW, because I am not allowed to book Roman, Pete, AJ, Gigi, and Mitch and Mia Yim. Now, of course, Mia Yim, whatever, but certainly Gigi was in a feud, as was Roman and Pete, as was the phenomenal AJ Styles. So I guess we conclude AJ and Oba tomorrow, but for today, I did promise Bayley the main event. I may have told a lie there, because when I'm looking at my overall rivalries and what should main event, it should be the tag team titles. That's what should happen here on the show today. So that should resolve that tag team feud, but that does beg some questions as to what the next tag team feud would be, and I don't have a good answer there. So that's going to be troubling, to say the least, but also, we got to book 5 matches, and we definitely don't have enough talent to book 5 matches. So that's going to be an issue. Now, in terms of stamina of my tag teams, Miz is at 44, as is Andrade, so no title on the line, I guess, for this, and we'll put Seth back into the singles for next week. That should free up some stuff there. Good. But yes, non-title for this blow-off on this go-home show. And then we're going to open with Bayley and Tiffy, which should not resolve this rivalry, but also Bayley at 41 stamina needs some time off after this, even though it's not going to resolve this rivalry. But then you go, okay, what in the blue hell else do I book? Oh, my world title rivalry, of course, which is Drew and Damian. So wait, what level is Bayley and... They're at 2. So, alright, what's more important? 17 and 11 versus 16 and 8. Okay, that's going to be a flip-flop there. Sorry, Bayley. Sorry, Tiffy. We open with Drew and Priest. At least they have enough for that title matchup. And then we flip-flop those 2 matches. But then things get tricky, because I could not book singles, I could not book tag, I could not do a lot of things. What I can do is book 2 charity promos, but really I'm hamstrung on the rest of this card. It's an issue. Just problems on problems on problems on problems. Now granted, I don't have any injuries, but Adam Pearce, that bald fraud, is causing me these insurmountable problems as my viewership does decline week over week over week, and I'm not happy about that. So, a GM interference provides an additional +2 show bonus and be free to book this week. And I could definitely use a +2 show bonus. So, we're going to use this, and we're going to interfere in our Job Squad match, because I don't care about the Job Squad, right? So, GM interference this week, as I, no, don't quit, go into my talent scouts and see off the bat who can I book a fighter and specialist right away. So, Nick Mann and Lurch Evans in a matchup. So, 1 week for this job guy, and 1 week for this job guy. We have Nick Mann versus Lurch Evans. We have interference with the GM on behalf of the 80s rocker Skid Row type Lurch Evans. Okay, sure. Now, once that is done, then I go play that power card. So coast to coast. There we go. Free to book and a show bonus. So perhaps something on the end of where I want it to be, but maybe not. And that says, all right, 30K on this show thus far, which is fine. Triple H wanted to not book my most popular available specialist, Triple H. My talent is at a premium this week because I don't have enough talent because of Adam Pearce. So I cannot do your goal and to get that card of a network special, which sucks. I I could certainly use that additional fan increase. Really, I could use that card. It would be nice. But my other mid-card job match, what's it going to be? I got 304 here in the bank to spend, so I can kind of do some scouting and say I need some ladies. What if I spent for some renowned stars? Is it going to matter in the long run? Probably not, but I do need some. So who do we have here that is renowned, that is any class, any role, any promo skill for a 10K search deal? Nia Jax, and they didn't give me enough faces here. So I was hoping for more established stars that were faces, and you gave me heel, 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 heel. So you know what? It's going to be Nia Jax, the Giant, for 1 week and 20 grand, which is absurd, versus the Cruiserweight Josie Jane for 1 week and 2.8K, whatever. Over in my booking show, it's going to be Nia and Josie. So Nia Jax and Josie Jane, there are no things to increase the things here, and I don't want to spend money on a match that no one's going to care about to begin with, so we're just going to say that's fine. That's fine. It's going to be terrible. It's fine. I have nobody else here to book. I'm sorry. I'm wrong. I can book Oba, and he has a 1 on promo skill, which is not great. So how about you cut a self-promo Oba, because that's going to be what it's going to be. And 1 spot empty, and I can't do anything with only 3 assets because I don't have anything else I can do, which sucks. So yes, that's our show for the go-home show for Survivor Series. It's going to be bad. I don't have high hopes for this show. Confirm that booking. NXT. Nikita, Maxine, who is still not injured, versus your tag team champions in a non-title endeavor, Simulates. Okay, and Nikita Maxine win. Legendary. 5 stars and still no injury. I feel like the computer is cheating, but what do I know? Self promo from Rowan gets +5. Wolfgang and Olaf in a singles affair. And it is Wolfgang with the win. It is 2 stars mediocre. Charity. Theory. It was good. The Red Flame. Tyler Bate. Singles matchup in the mid-card. Standard. Big strong boy with the win. It was 3.5. Dexter Loomis +1. Backstage brawl between Isla and Becky. Non-title, even though they're both champions. Sure. And the winner is Isla Dawn. 5 stars. Legendary. That was a 60 grand match for them. I hope it was worth it, HBK. And your main event, the Bloodline is feuding again. Jey Uso, the mighty Yokozuna in a tables matchup. 2, 3, yeet! Jey Uso with the win, 5 stars, legendary. Now, you tell me, how in the blue hell, with no rivalry, do you get a 5-star non-title matchup? This is what I say when I think the computer is tipping the scales. Now, granted, for NXT, I don't care. They're in 4th place. But it still seems very sus, what I'm saying. So, continue to Smackdown. Akam still has 98 stamina. That, to me, is very conspicuous. But Akam, Corbin, Briggs, doing it again. It's over. Josh Briggs with the win. It was 4 stars, amazing. Akam and Corbin, at least there, was finishing a rivalry to get those 4 stars. Not just, hey, random match gets 5 stars? That's absurd. Okay. Sarcophagus? Oh, sarcophagus. I get the joke. +3. Paragon, J. Pierce, Solo, Sikoa. It is I Love You Solo. It was 1.5 stars. At least there it makes sense because Paragon has like 30 popularity. So I get it. Meanwhile, Jacob Fatu is challenging for the world title in the mid-card versus Randy Orton. With 22 stamina and a poor outlook on life, it just don't make no sense. And Randy retains. It's 3.5 stars, and Jacob is not injured, miraculously, again. Meanwhile, Rhea, Asuka 2 belts versus Chelsea Green and Indy Hartwell, who both have poor morale, but okay stamina. So, kudos to them on doing okay there, but as you might expect, Rhea and Asuka 3 stars, new rivalry. And your main event for the U.S. title, Otis, Waller, Dar. Man, look, I don't know. It is Noam Dar. It is 4 stars, amazing. Otis and Waller now complete on their rivalry. Continue. The biggest competition that I have is Monday Night Raw. And they're opening with Hell in a Cell. Hudson, Cross, Javon, and Trick. Fatal 4-way. In that structure, it is Karrion Kross. It is a 4.5-star classic rivalry complete. The Storm gets a good charity promo. Mid-card, Andre Chase, Cody Rhodes. Getting into it here, it is, whoa, and it was 2.5, okay. The return of the Giant Omos to Raw versus Oro versus Ricky. And Omos still, stamina's not great. And he wins with not great stamina, and it was 3 stars. It was good. Rezar and Eddie Thorpe in your mid-card, and it is Rezar, and it is 2.5, okay. And your main event backstage brawl for the women's title, Natalya, Scarlett, and Bianca. And new 5 stars rivalry complete. I can almost guarantee I will not have a single 5-star match on my card. It's very disappointing in terms of WCW. Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre, world title, open the show, and still, it's Drew. 4 stars. You know what? I will take at this point, after everything else, I will take 4 stars. Because holy hell. Alexa Bliss with a good charity promo. Bayley and Tiffy. I'm sorry, Bayley. I really am, but that's how it had to be on the show today. And it is Tiffy time. And it was 3 stars. And that's why. That's why. Here's where it all goes downhill. Nick Mann, Lurch Evans, who cares? A 3 count. Nick Mann with the win. And it was 1 star. Oba gets +2. Good promo. Nia Jax, Josie Jane again. It's going to be terrible, but sure, why not? Nia Jax, as she should. 2 stars and a new not happening rivalry. Tatum gets excellent on charity. The freaking family versus Miz and Andrade. I kind of don't really care. It is Miz Andrade. And it was 4 stars. Amazing. At least I bookended the show with the matches that actually did well. So there's that. But overall, not my hottest show, as you can see here on the card. So I got amazing. So did Raw. So did Smackdown. And everybody. Everybody. You're all amazing. You're all beautiful. Like, okay. NXT. What'd you do here? 83. And they made negative $89. So they spent too much. Good job, Sean. SmackDown did 51, and SmackDown made 80. So way worse if NXT did 83. Raw did 77, and Raw got negative 28,000. They're burning their budget to try to beat me in this game. And I hate to even look, but I got 54, and we did 54. So across the board, good show tonight, hashtag WCW. Which brings our lead down to around 28,000, which is certainly concerning heading in towards pay-per-view. We need to knock that out of the park. Here's hoping it's going to be a good show, because otherwise we are absolutely screwed here heading into our final week of this broadcast. Like, that's going to be a problem if I can't maintain the fans to maintain first place. But also, HBK up in 3rd place now. So SmackDown in the mud, Nick Aldis. All right. Survivor Series is going to be down. Oh, come on, man. Match type cost increased. I don't care. Whatever. Hey, I'm told it's some kind of a union thing. What union in wrestling? I mean, outside of The Big Show and Mankind and Ken Shamrock and Test. Anyhow. Adam Pearce says, I'm putting up a better fight than he expected, but it won't last. Anyway, best of luck. What happened, Bayley? Ding dong, goodbye. You're mad about it. Look, you're still overall, I can take that hit on the morale. Like, that's not an issue. Yes, it's a major decrease, but overall, you're still happy to be here. So, shut up. Tatum Paxley wants the next step for a better effects packages. And that could be costly, Tatum, for the Pyro. So I'm going to say, nah. Sorry. Small decrease. Still happy. It's okay. And so how in the blue hell is War Games going to work? But also I promised Gigi and Alexa, and that's not going to happen on pay-per-view. So sorry. Oh man, just all kinds of broken promises here. So, opening match is a women's tag team matchup. The mid-card is the mid-card. And the main event is a fatal 4-way steel cage matchup. And the reward, reducing my opposing brand's tiers of logistics. So, of all of their logistics. Not just one, all of them. So, maybe I'll try playing these matches on the show tomorrow on a fine Friday. I don't know, man. Look, it's just rough times all around. And yes, we want the 50K for the PLE on the assets. We need that. But yeah, it's a rough time. So we're having this in the mid-card. Styles and Oba should hopefully knock it out of the park. And then I don't know otherwise what that we're going to do. Like, who's going to be in the matchup for the matches tomorrow? I mean, who has the best stamina, basically. So, Pete Dunne and Mia Yim, we'll see. Anyhow, that's it for me today. I am worn out, and we have like 6 more shows to book. So, I'm attackslug. Thanks for watching more videos right here. I'll see you next time, and I'm out.